Hi everyone and welcome to Inderes TV. This is short comments on Neste's result with Analyst Petri Gostowski. You just presented the results for Neste. What are your first comments if you think about the whole group level?
On group level, Neste reached just short of 1 billion euros adjusted EBITDA. So that was above expectations that were below 900 million on a group level. So overall, very, very strong result and over expectations.
Over expectations in both oil products and the renewables?
Actually, looking under the hood, oil products came in over expectations significantly, and this was stemming from the very high refining margin that reflects the very tight diesel market currently. But then looking at renewable products, their earnings came actually below expectations. Their volumes were somewhat lower than expected. This was due to logistic issues that reflected in volumes. Basically, some volumes were shifted from September to the next quarter. But then also the sales margin in renewable products was actually pretty much lower than expected. So some weakness in renewable compared to expectations. Overall, we have to remember that sales margins are very high. So I think these are the items in renewables that are behind the market reaction and why Neste stock is down today.
Okay, but if you look forward, thinking about the renewables and the volumes and investments now made in Singapore and Rotterdam, how will this pay off looking forward?
Neste basically said that the Singapore investment is expected to start running in the end of Q1 23. So that's in line with expectations. We should start to see some volume growth from there next year. Also, the joint venture in US with Marathon is progressing, and basically Neste expects volume growth from there to also be visible next year. Basically, the refinery is starting up on the beginning of 23, and by the end of 23 they expect to reach that just over 2 million tons volume. So reading between the lines, the ramp up will take about 1 year to reach the volume target, but this should also enhance volume growth next year.
So results will be seen in the capacity in next year's result.
Definitely, we have to remember that Neste currently has 3.3 million tons of volume capacity in renewables. Singapore will bring another over 1 million tons, and then when this Marathon is up and running at full speed, that will be another 1 million tons. So it's going to be a huge volume growth going forward.
Yeah, that's really big. That's really big numbers you're talking. One more comment about the future. What about the endings of the crude oil production in the Porvoo refinery? Did you get any news on that?
Neste actually published earlier their plans, a long-term plan about ending refining of crude oil. Basically, they just stated what they earlier announced. We're looking at a very long period of time through which Neste will go through this strategic change, and basically I think it's too early to say where exactly the timing will land when refining of crude oil will end, but we're slowly progressing towards that.
Okay, thank you Petri Gostowski for all these comments about Neste and the Q3 published today.